Please join me in standing for the class of 2019 and remain standing for the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fought, o'er the ramparts we've watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
You may be seated. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, faculty, staff, and the students of Blue Ridge Community College, I bid you a warm welcome. We're delighted you are here this morning to help us welcome and celebrate and recognize the graduates of Class of 2019. Students, as president of Blue Ridge Community College, it's an honor to be a part of this celebration with you. Today, we celebrate the past, the present, and the future. The past, Blue Ridge Community College is 50 years old this year. The present, today is a big day for you. You have persevered, followed your dreams, and reached your goals. The future, tomorrow, is yours. What comes to mind when I think of the 50th anniversary of Blue Ridge Community College? I think of change. What did things look like in 1969 when Dr. William Killian arrived in Henderson County as the founding president of what was then Henderson County Technical Institute? Gas was 35 cents. Psychedelic prints, neon colors, and mismatched patterns were in style. Woodstock attracted more than 350,000 rock and roll fans, and the top films were Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kids and True Grit. The Age of Aquarius was the top Billboard hit in May of 1969. The first ATM was installed in the United States in New York City, not Hendersonville. Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin walked on the moon. The first Pontiac Trans Am hit the roads. The Beatles gave their last public concert. And last but not least, the internet made its debut. So fast forward to today. Gas prices are way too high. The top film is the Avengers Endgame. And when I think of the last time you were in an ATM, we bank on our smartphones and our watches, and Alexa even helps us with that. So reminiscing about things from the past is nice, and sometimes it makes you laugh to think of the inconveniences that many call the simple life. In the last 50 years, Blue Ridge Community College has advanced by leaps and bounds as well. We've grown from a few rooms in a brick building on Church Street in Hendersonville to 3 locations across Henderson and Transylvania counties. We held our first class in 1970, and today we offer more than 600 classes each semester, with more than 2,600 students taking those classes each year. Our students range from 14 years old to 80, and we offer more than 200 degrees, diplomas, and certificates. But a few things have not changed in the past 50 years. We remain dedicated to the success of our students, our community, and our region. And as our region is growing and evolving, so is Blue Ridge Community College. We're still empowering individuals with knowledge and skills to enrich our communities and build a competitive workforce. Students, I know this journey has not been without hardships and struggles along the way. I applaud you for your hard work and determination. Today is about you and your accomplishments. You made it. You put in the work, and now you have the credentials to prove it. And for that, you deserve our congratulations. This is a proud moment, and not just for you, but for your friends, your family, your scholarship donors, and your instructors who invested in you and believed in you. So for all of the people who helped you get here, let's give them a round of applause. Let me say just a word about our faculty and staff. Last year, we surveyed our students and the community, and we asked, when you think of Blue Ridge Community College, what comes to mind? And the top 2 responses were caring and helpful, and I like the way that that sounds. You have the best community college faculty and staff anywhere, and I tip my hat to the team of Blue Ridge Community College. As we begin our commencement, I'd like to take this opportunity to recognize those friends of the college who are with us today. These individuals have supported the faculty, staff, and students through their leadership, volunteer efforts, and giving. Please stand as I call your name and remain standing, and we'll show our appreciation to you by applause after all the names have been read. From our Board of Trustees Chairman Chip Gould, Betty Gash, Josh Hollingsey, Kelly Leonard, John McCormick, Bill Ramsey, Susan Robinson, Duke Woodhull. From our Foundation Board, Cindy Walker, Chip Gould, Don Holder, John McCormick, Jim Rasmussen, Duke Woodhull. Community Ambassadors Sheila Grapes, Patsy Farmer-Jones and her husband, Dr. Don Jones. Elected officials, Transylvania County Board of Education, Courtney Mason, Transylvania County Commissioner, Jason Chappell. We couldn't do what we do without each of you. Let's give them a round of applause. I'd also like to recognize and give special thanks to those assisting in today's ceremony. Thomas Young, our vocalist, who was a graduate of Blue Ridge Community College, our honor marshals from the student leadership of Blue Ridge Community College, our sign language interpreters, Brittany Burnett and Shanae Witherspoon, and Blue Ridge Student Paramedic Association. Also at this time, I would like to ask all veterans to stand so we can recognize you for your service and sacrifice to this country we call home. Today, you will notice that many of our graduates are wearing white cords. Those white cords signify that they are honor graduates. These students have a GPA of 3.5 or higher at the time of graduation. It is now my pleasure to introduce this morning's speaker, Mr. Peter Hans. Mr. Hans is the 9th president of the North Carolina Community College system, leading the 3rd largest system in the country with 58 colleges serving more than 700,000 students annually. He grew up in Southport on the coast, right here and in Hendersonville. He earned degrees from UNC Chapel Hill and Harvard University. Before becoming president of the North Carolina Community College system, he worked as a senior policy advisor to 3 members of the United States Senate and counseled the private sector on public affairs at one of North Carolina's largest law firms. He served as vice chair of the State Board of Community Colleges and chair of the University of North Carolina System Board of Governors. Please join me in welcoming Peter Hans to the podium.
Thank you, Dr. Leatherwood. What a privilege to be here today with these wonderful graduates. Their families are amazing faculty and staff, dedicated trustees. It is great to be home. I feel a great sense of inspiration from looking here in the front rows today. I feel hope for our future and for yours. You are now part of something that is much larger than any one of us alone. The North Carolina Community College system, as Dr. Leatherwood just said, it's the 3rd largest in the country. 700,000 students at 58 colleges across the state. You are in fine company. Our proximity to people across the state of North Carolina ties us to your individual and collective success. Think of what Blue Ridge Community College means to the people of Henderson and Transylvania counties, and what it would be like if it did not exist. How fortunate are we that those who came before us had the vision to establish this great institution so that the doors of opportunity were wide open for you. We are honored to be part of that tradition of accessibility and flexibility, affordability, and high quality that is the community colleges. Now, why do our amazing faculty and staff do the work that they do? Because they want the best for you. They believe in you. And so, in talking to faculty across this state, in preparation for a series of graduation speeches this week and next, I've asked them, what should I share with our graduates? What pieces of hard-earned wisdom can I pass along? So I have 3 bits of advice today and a challenge to you all. First, find out what you enjoy and figure out how to get paid to do it. We estimate you'll spend 90,000 hours of your life at work. Now that's a long time to be unhappy or happy. You will be better off finding work that challenges you and interests you. And when you find it, commit yourself to being a team player, to contributing, to working hard, and being a good colleague. You have so many gifts and talents, put them to good use, and be so good that you cannot be ignored. Secondly, I encourage you to go into the friend-making business. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, this is a bit of advice that a mentor passed along to me some years ago. Now, of course, we're talking about friends, our family, our buddies, the people we spend time with, but also the opportunity through your work and social engagements to make friends with colleagues, with people you don't know, to help you in your future endeavors. Yes, along the way, there may be people who won't have time, but more people than not will be flattered if you ask them for a few words of advice to learn about what they do and what they know, because we all learn more from listening than talking. I've never learned anything from listening to myself talk. But I am sharing a piece of hard-earned wisdom that a mentor gave to me, the friend-making business. I have a colleague who owns a restaurant in the Outer Banks. And he's not actually back there preparing the food. He spends his time greeting guests who come from all up and down the East Coast, chats them up, talks to them about their business and their lives. Well, out of that conversation, he's developed 3 or 4 businesses and gone on to be incredibly successful entrepreneur. That's what I'm talking about, the friend-making business. It will serve you well. It's not just who you know or what you know, it's both. And if you can combine the two, that's powerful, powerful. Third, face down any fear of failure you might have. I can assure you, many years ago when I was graduating Hendersonville High School, very few people would have predicted there was even a chance of me standing here today. Very, very few. Maybe my mom, she was on the fence. But failures are just temporary setbacks. And almost always, they are not as serious as they seem at that moment in time. In fact, if we learn from them, it can make us stronger. It can make us stronger. Throughout life, there will be ups and downs. I've been knocked on my backside more times than I'd care to recount. But the resilience in that journey will carry you through thick and thin. So set aside those concerns, realizing that time is a precious resource and it passes more quickly than we might imagine. We must use it wisely and not spend it thinking about failure. After all, Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team. Steven Spielberg was rejected from film school. Thomas Edison, the world's greatest inventor, he said, "I haven't failed, I just found 10,000 ways that don't work." I've discovered 9,000 so far. I'm on my way. So I leave you with those pieces of advice, but also this challenge. You must continue to invest in yourself. It is the best investment you will ever make. Because while today is commencement, it is only the end of one part of your journey in education. When we think about the world today moving faster than ever before, the changes in technology, in the economy, and society, they can make your head spin. To adapt to artificial intelligence, automation, explosion of data, you will need to engage in lifelong learning, to update your skills through a variety of forms and fashions. And I can assure you that the community colleges, Blue Ridge here, 57 others throughout the state, will be there with you every step along the way, no matter what your future holds. It's crucial for you to engage in lifelong learning, for the joy of learning, the knowledge that we acquire, but for the necessity of it. It's unavoidable. Invest in yourself, the best investment you will make. I know you've already absorbed that lesson through your experience here at Blue Ridge Community College, but keep it in mind going forward. I will finally leave you with a few words from country music song, "You Can Never Go Wrong," from quoting the wisdom of a country music song. Some of you may recognize it. Along the way, I hope you'll give the heavens above more than a passing glance. And when it comes time to sit it out or dance, I hope you'll dance. Congratulations, graduates. Incredibly proud of you.
Will the candidates for graduation please rise? Dr. Leatherwood, these are the candidates for the associate degree, diploma, and certificate. On behalf of the faculty at Blue Ridge Community College, I present these candidates to you for confirmation.
As president of Blue Ridge Community College, and by the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees and the North Carolina State Board of Community Colleges, I hereby confer these degrees, diplomas, and certificates upon the candidates from the 2019 graduating class. You may be seated.
Marisol Andrade, Office Administration. Kathleen Leanne Beam, Aesthetics Technology. Matthew Martin Biddy, Interpreter Education, cum laude. Lisa Ridgway Bolt, Early Childhood Education, summa cum laude. Emily Nicole Bound, Early Childhood Education, Infant and Toddler Care and Preschool, summa cum laude. Leah B. Breen, Aesthetics Technology. Spring Laurel Briggs, Horticulture Technology. Tequila Marie Cairns, Cosmetology. Sandy James Cantrell, Information Technology, Computer Programming and Development. Natalia Cerrone, Cosmetology. Rose Charms, Environmental Science Technology. Emily Kate Cocking, Aesthetics Technology. Kyle Robert Corbin, Welding Technology. Caitlin Rochelle Corpening, Early Childhood Education. Janet Cruz, Associate Degree, Nursing. Larissa Davidson, Aesthetics Technology. Jennifer Lynn Dunlap, Criminal Justice Technology, Latent Evidence. Raquel Laura Durham, Surgical Technology. Natasha Dejanay Ellis, Associate Degree, Nursing. Caitlin Pauline English, Cosmetology, cum laude. Mary Kate Finnan, Associate Degree, Nursing. Memory Amelia Pfizer, Mechatronics Engineering Technology, magna cum laude. Leslie Irene Franklin, Associate Degree, Nursing. Renee Chantel Galliard Swain, Associate Degree, Nursing. Crystal Elliott Galloway, Office Administration. Hannah Cherie Guthrie, Associate Degree, Nursing. Sarah Haley Gatillo, Aesthetics Technology. Rolanda Jean Hayden, Criminal Justice Technology. Brooke Elizabeth Herman, Associate Degree, Nursing. Corey James Herman, Aesthetics Technology. Francisco Herrera, Mechatronics Engineering Technology. Abigail Grace Hudson, Aesthetics Technology. Amanda Lynn Huntley, Emergency Medical Science. Zachary Carroll Engel, Emergency Medical Science, summa cum laude. Kalani Cherie Jackson, Aesthetics Technology, summa cum laude. Robert Darren Kelly, Electronics Engineering Technology. Chandler Creedon King, Welding Technology. Vanessa Noel Lamb, Aesthetics Technology. Melissa Radowitz Ledgerwood, Associate Degree, Nursing. Autumn Labrie Lee, Horticulture Technology. Jessica Danielle Major, Associate Degree, Nursing. Samara Idali Martinez Arredondo, Aesthetics Technology. Miranda Danielle Marie Matthews, Associate Degree, Nursing. Nicholas Isaiah McCall, Computer Integrated Machining. Tiffany Iris McCall, Office Administration, Office Software, cum laude. Melanie Janine McGordy, Aesthetics Technology. Sarah Vera Melendez, Early Childhood Education. Hannah Ruth Mullis, Emergency Medical Science, cum laude. Tamara Munoz, Associate Degree, Nursing. Brenda Lee Neal, Brewing, Distillation, and Fermentation. Laura Abregon Canyola, Associate in Arts. Amber Leanne Osteen, Associate Degree, Nursing. Clancy Jillian Owen, Aesthetics Technology. Arian Lachey Parks, Aesthetics Technology. Barbara Patton, Office Administration. Stacy Lee Peterson, Office Administration, Virtual Office, magna cum laude. Brenna Page Phillips, Aesthetics Technology. Caroline Catherine Picard, Business Administration, Basic, summa cum laude. Kimberly Nicole Rains, Automotive Systems Technology, magna cum laude. Victoria Elizabeth Raymond, Interpreter Education. Johnny Lee Reese, Emergency Management, summa cum laude. John C. Reese, Information Technology, Computer Programming and Development, magna cum laude. Jennifer Renee Harris Reef, Associate Degree, Nursing. Ashley Lauren Saltz, Aesthetics Technology. Amber Rose Marie Shore, Business Administration. Bailey Ann Thibodeau, Interpreter Education. April Rose Toms, Criminal Justice Technology, Latent Evidence, magna cum laude. Joshua G. Tritt, Electronics Engineering and Technology, cum laude. Elijah Brooke Tyler, Interpreter Education, cum laude. Suzanne C. Valdez, Brewing, Distillation, and Fermentation, cum laude. Jessica May Whited, Associate Degree, Nursing. Deborah Joanne Whiting, Interpreter Education, summa cum laude. Casey Renee Young, Associate Degree, Nursing. Sarah Kraus Zappelli, Associate Degree, Nursing.
Students, it is indeed an honor and my privilege to be the first to call you Blue Ridge Community College graduates. As president of this great institution, I know that today is a statement of why we exist as a community college. It's why we show up for work every day and why this group of fantastic faculty stands before you in the classroom or works beside you in a lab or a clinical site. The counselors, advisors, staff support you throughout your time at Blue Ridge. And we do this because we believe in the transformational power of education. Graduates, learning is hard and it demands sacrifice. But there's no greater or more sustainable satisfaction than to be found than that afforded by higher education. Your education will provide opportunities and open doors that we don't even know about right now. So my charge to you as new graduates, the decisions that you make today will follow you for the rest of your life. Make a difference. The time will come when you'll have the opportunity to give back to your community. Take what you've learned and use it to improve your life, but more importantly, use it to change and improve someone else's life. Trust yourself. Anyone can succeed when things are going well, but the true measure of a person lies in how one gets back up after being knocked down. And trust that you're ready for those roadblocks that may get in your way, and know that without a doubt, there'll be roadblocks in your lives. So when you hit one, you reassess your priorities and determine what needs to be done. Take great pride in your work, no matter what it is. Be an example of how to do things right. Be confident and know that knowledge and wisdom are meant to be shared with others. Have a strong work ethic and never compromise your integrity. And if you commit to do something, do it with Blue Ridge pride. Lead well, even if you're not the boss, and you will lead in your career. Someone is looking up to you and watching your actions and listening to your words. It's what you do when people aren't looking that will make a difference. Respect and embrace differences and always treat others the way you wish to be treated. Carry the Blue Ridge Community College name well. Being a graduate comes with an awesome responsibility and an obligation to represent this college. Talk to others about how they can change their lives through education. Share your story and talk about the great things going on right here, because now you're an ambassador of Blue Ridge Community College and we're counting on you. At this time, it's my privilege to complete your transition from student to graduate. Will the class of 2019 please stand? You may now move your tassel from the right to the left. Ladies and gentlemen, class of 2019. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your attendance this morning. Please remain standing at your seat until the graduates have recess.